Okay. So we'll learn today Parashat Ki Tisa, right? So you know the structure of this book, the Torah. It's got 5 books. Chumash, Chamesh is 5, so Chumash is 5 books. Bereshit, Shmot, Vayikra, Bamidbar, Varim. First book, Bereshit, is like the introduction. It has almost no commandments. It's the story of Jews, Abraham, and that Hashem said to Abraham that he will have their land. The Jews will have their land, eretz Israel. And the book of Shmot is about the slavery in Egypt. So the Jews went out from the slavery into the wilderness, Midbar. So, and after it, they should come to eretz Israel, Canaan, it's called Palestine, whatever you call it. So the book of Shmot have like 2 parts. One part is the story of slavery, how they exit Egypt and how they accept Torah at the Sinai, Mount Sinai. And the second part is the tabernacle, the building of tabernacle, Mishkan. It's like the mobile temple that can be built in the empty space. It's not like building, it's temporary building, right? Like a tent, something like a tent. And interesting, what we had in the book of Shmot, we had Parashat Shmot, Parashat Bo, and Beshalach. In Beshalach, the third Parsha in Shmot, we already exiting Egypt. So next goes Parashat Yitro. In Yitro, it's 10 commandments, Aseret HaDibrot. And then in Parashat Mishpatim is a lot of laws, how you should interact with another person if someone attacks another person or damages the property of someone. A lot of laws. That's the Parashat Mishpatim. So Yitro and Mishpatim is like the basis of the whole Torah. Maybe we can say that. And after Mishpatim starts Truma. That Jews, Bnei Israel, they need to bring materials to build the tabernacle. And in previous Parashat Tetzaveh, it tells us about how to serve in this tabernacle. The Kohen, the priest, how he should look, what clothes he should wear. And now Ки Тиса. So Ки Тиса is something in between. It starts with a little laws of tabernacle. It's called Kiyor. Kiyor is like the place when you wash your hands, something like this. It's Kiyor, how it should look. So the priest needs to wash hands before he serves, right? And then it talks about Psamim. It's like herbs. They had good smell that are used for offerings in the tabernacle, and also it uses for the shemen. Shemen is oil. When the priest begins to serve, we need to put an specific oil on him. It's like the ceremony of when he begins to serve, and also all the vessels and all the parts of Mishkan also need to put this oil on it. And the recipe of these herbs is very specific, and we cannot do like it. It's only for the Mishkan. And also there is a person that are responsible for building appoints here. פרק ל"א, it's capital 31. The name of his is Bezalel ben Uri, the son of Uri, the Mate Yehuda. Mate is like Bnei Israel have 12 tribes. Each tribe has his name. And the tribe of Yehuda, this is the man of this tribe. And he has good understanding and wisdom how to build everything. And then repeats the mitzvah of Shabbat. We've seen it already in Yitro, but it repeats here to say that, most likely, to say that you can't build Mishkan on Shabbat. Capital 31, and how do you say it? In the verse, the Pasuk Yud-Chet, it starts the story of the golden half. Maybe you heard about it. So until then, it was about the Mishkan. Truma, Tetzaveh, and the first part of Ki Tisa is how we should build the tabernacle. And then it starts with the story of the golden half. So it's interesting how the two themes change each other, right? And when it ends, the next part is Vayaghel and Pkudei. So Vayaghel and Pkudei is also talks about the Mishkan. So I think that we should learn this story of the golden calf. It's very interesting. So it's after we had Yitro and Mishpatim, so the end of Mishpatim, and here is one theme, right? So I wanted just to check the end of Mishpatim, just for the contrast. I read here. And the end of Parashat Mishpatim is very connected to this Parashat Ki Tisa. ויעל משה להר ויכס ענן את ההר וישכון כבוד השם על הר סיני ויכסה ענן 6 ימים ויקרא אל משה ומשווים מתוך הענן ומראה כבוד השם כי יש אוכל בתוך ההר לעיני בני ישראל. והוא משה בתוך הענן ויעל אל ההר ויהי משה בהר 40 יום ו40 עליו. The end of Yitro. The end of Yitro is telling us that in the Ten Commandments, there are a prohibition that we could not make idols, right? לא תעשה לך פסל בכל תמונה שבשמיים ממעל ואשר בארץ מתחת ואשר במים מתחת לארץ. We can't make an idol, a pesel, dar stelung. Stella, in Russian we also say stella. It's like when you go here in the Platz, there is some person from bronze, I think. I'm not sure who it is. Maybe no. When we're at the market, you know.
Yeah.
So we are forbidden to make things like this that looks like everything that in the sky or in the earth, in any form, or a man or animal. So there is prohibition to make things like this, but it's goes with the previous saying, Lo yeh lecha Elohim acharim al panai. So it's forbidden that you should have another god or gods al panai with Hashem, right? So when you make this idol, so it's like making a god that have some personality, and in Judaism we need to serve God, but we don't know how he looks like. That's very interesting, like a controversial theme, right? I'm jumping here from here and there. Oh, so at the end of each row is repeats this prohibition. Beezrat Hashem Moshe, it's 20, capital 20, and the pasuk is 19. Beezrat Hashem Moshe, כה תאמר אל בני ישראל, אתם ראיתם כי מן השמיים דיברתי עמכם. לא תעשו נתי, לא יהיה כסף, לא יהיה זהב, לא תעשו לכם. Hashem says to Moses, you should say to Bnei Israel, you have seen that from the heaven, from the sky, I talked to you, and that's why lo ta'asu niti, you should not make with me lo yeh chesef, gods from the case of silver, lo yeh zahav, and gods from the gold, lo ta'asu lachem, you should not make for yourself. So what we can do, mizbach adama ta'asili, you can make or you should make mizbach adama. You learned maybe some Hebrew or you don't? No. It's interesting because how the Torah tells us what to do. Because how can I explain? Torah doesn't tells us don't do this. Instead, Torah says you will not do this, right? In the not like a commandment, but what you will do or what you will not do. So there's like a present, past, and the future. Oh, in the future. So and also when Torah says positive, he says that you will do something, but sometimes it's hard to understand what means you will do. It's maybe like an order, you should do it, you have to do it, or also you will do may mean that you can do it, right? So here we need to understand. We'll see later that you have to build a mizbech altar. So most likely you should build a mizbech, an altar, but it have to be from Adama, from the earth. It's the opposite of gold and silver, something very simple, right? Vezavachta alav, and you should bring an animal offering on it, at olatecha v'et shlomecha, different kinds of offerings, sacrifices, at suncha v'et bekarecha. Tzon is little ones, and bakar is big ones. Bakar is like the bull and the cow, and the tzon is, how I say it in English? Dein Schaf und dein Rind. I forgot the name, how you say it in English. The small ones, white. It's tzon, and bakar is big ones. בכל מקום אשר אזכיר את שמי שם אבוא אליך וברכתיך. In every place that I will say my name, I will come to you and give you the blessing. So it's forbidden to make the picture of God, an idol, but we can make an altar. And also, v'im mizbach avanim ta'aseli, the second option that person might want to do is altar from the stone. Is like more beautiful maybe than the earth. So if you want to build the altar from the stone, lo tivne edhen gazit, you should not have like bricks, the stone that you cut. You can bring only the stones that are natural stones without your work involved in it, because when you put your cherev, is like sword, on it, it's make it unholy. So when you serve Hashem, you should serve with something very simple things, natural things. And also, there's a prohibition that you cannot, it's like steigen, right? You cannot go on the, because usually when they bring it and build an altar, it's maybe very high or on the mountain, for example. So how you can go to this? You should do the stairs, right? but it's forbidden to make the stairs. It means that it cannot be very high, because you should somehow go to it. Asher lo tigale revatcha alav. So your nakedness can sin on it. So this is the laws how you should bring an altar. And it goes with the prohibition to do the gods of silver and gold, right? And also I've seen one part here that is relevant to the golden calf at the end of Mishpatim, I think. It was... Yes, at the end of Mishpatim, it's capital 24. So maybe 10. Vayal Moshe ve'Aaron Nadav ve'Yehu b'Shem Ziknei Israel. It tells how the chosen people, like the elite of Bnei Israel, they were close to God. They go to this mountain, go up. So there was Moshe, his brother Aaron, Nadav and Avihu is the sons of Aaron, and Shivim. Shivim is 70 Miziknei Israel, of the sages of Israel. And Vayir'u et Eloi Israel, so they seen the God of Israel, V'tachat raglav, and under his legs, K'maaseh livnat sapir, something like the brick of sapphire. It's like sapphire. The you say sapphire? It's like the when you buy the rings, there are many different stones. Like so, one of them it's called sapphire. It's like blue color. So if you take this stone of sapphire and make a brick from it, so this is what looks something that under the feet of Hashem, and this thing that is very Torah, it's like pure like the sky. So it's looks like something that describes how Hashem looks, not him, but what's under him. So they seem something, right? And in this context, I wanted to approach this story of the golden calf. So we're going back to Ки Тиса. Ки Тиса. It's 31 and 18. ויתן למשה ככלותו לדבר איתו בהר סיני שני לוחות העדות, לוחות אבן כתובים באצבע אלוהים. So Hashem gave to Moshe when they ended to talk at Har Sinai, at Mount Sinai, שני לוחות העדות. לוחות העדות, it means like the tablets from the stone, and the laws of Torah was written on it. Lochot Even, stone tablets, Ktuvim be'etzba Elohim. So the God wrote something on it. Vayar Moshe, starting capital 32. Vayarom ki voshesh Moshe la'redet nar. So the people noticed that Moshe is not coming from the mountain of Sinai. Vaykel ha'am al Aaron. So the people were searching for someone responsible for it, and they found Aaron. Vayimru elav, and they said to him, Kum aseh lanu Elohim. You should stand up and make for us God, asher yilchu lefaneinu, the God that will lead us. Why? Because this person, Moses, asher elanu meretz Mitzrayim, that get us out of Egypt, lo yadanu ma'eloi, we don't know what's happened to him. So we we've seen that it is forbidden to make the gods from silver or from gold, right? So it looks like the people want to do something that is forbidden, and it's very interesting how Aaron, instead of Moshe, because Moshe is not appear here, so how Aaron responds to it. It's very interesting. ויאמר אליהם אהרון פרקו נזמי הזהב אשר באוזני נשיכם בניכם ובנותיכם והביאו אליי. So at first glance he agrees, right? He says to them that you should nifrok is like to take off נזמי הזהב אשר באוזני נשיכם. נזם זהב, it's like the earrings from the gold that you have in that a woman wear in the ears. בניכם ובנותיכם, not only women, also your children, boys and girls, והביאו אליי, and you should bring it to us, to me. ויתפרקו כל העם, so everyone get off his earrings, את נזמי הזהב בשולחנם, והביאו את אהרון, and they gave it to Aaron. So what Aaron did, ויקח מידם, and he took it from their hands, ויצר אותו בחרת. ויעשהו עגל מסכה, ויאמרו אלו אליך ישראל אשר העלוכם מארץ מצרים. ויצר, it means he created him with heret. What is heret? So Rashi talks about it. יש לתרגומו בשני פנים. האחד ויצר לשון כשרה, והאחרת לשון סודר. So the first explanation that Rashi says, Vayatzar is to make likshor. How do I say likshor? It's like to make an kasha. I have it here. Ein binden. To bind. And Bacheret in the Cheret, Rashi explains Lashon Sudar. Sudar is something like this. So he put it in something, in some like this, I don't know. Vayatzer kikaraim keser b'shnei charidim. I think it means that he needs to form some specific form, so he uses Sudar for it. והשני, ויצר לשון צורה, באחרת כלי אומנות, צורפים שחורצין וחורטין בו צורות בזהב, כעת סופר החורט. So the second explanation that Rashi gives, ויצר is means he gives his form, specific form. באחרת, it's the instrument that you can give form to something. וחורטין בו צורות בזהב, like the jewelry, the person that works with jewelry, he has some instruments to make specific forms, right? So that's what Aaron did. From the gold, he took a lot of gold, so he made it one piece, and then from one piece he works with it so that it have the shape of the calf. Kalb, also in German, similar to English. So people said, Elo derech Israel, asher elucha meretz Mitzrayim. And people say, it is your God, Israel, asher elucha meretz Mitzrayim, that took you from the Egypt. So we see that Aaron agrees to do what people ask him, and it's a little bit strange because it's forbidden to do. So we could expect that he could say them that you should not do that, for example. So that's the question why he didn't do it. And we will back to it. We'll see the continuous. וירא אהרון ויבן מזבח לפניו ויגרע אהרון ויאמר חג להשם מחר. So Aaron saw and he built a mizbech, an altar in front of it. ויגרע אהרון ויאמר, and he said חג להשם מחר. we will have the festival for Hashem tomorrow. So he said Hashem. And also what the people said, it's your God that took you from Egypt. So we can see here that it's not that they made a new God. It means that made an image of the God that everyone knows about, right? וישכים ממחרת ויעלו עולות ויגישו שלמים וישב העם לאכול ושתו ויקומו לצחק. And people came early in the morning and they made an offerings. ויגישו שלמים, two kinds of offerings. Olot is something that goes everything to God, and shlamim is something that you eat also from this animal, from his meat. וישב העם לאכול ושתו ויקומו לצחק. So people sit and they eat and drink and they stand to dance. So midrash explains why Aaron agreed to make a golden calf, because he seen Aaron saw a chur that wants to warn people that it's forbidden to do, and people just killed the chur. So Aaron saw this, and he, in order not to die, he agreed to do it. So that's the explanation of midrash. And interesting how the God responds to it after. We could blame Aaron for it because Aaron made the golden calf, right? Not Moses. So we'll see how Hashem responds to it. מדבר השם אל משה, לך רד כי שיחת עמך אשר העלית מארץ מצרים. Hashem talks to Moshe, so you should come back because your people make wicked things. Your people that you exit them from Mitzrayim. Saru maher min derech asher tzivitim. They abandoned the path that I commanded them very fast. And they did for themselves the golden calf. Ishtachavu lo, how you say it in English? Haben sich. So then, like to bow for it. Raise becholo, and they bring an offering for him. Vayomru, and they said, El derech Israel asher lechu me'ez Mitzrayim. That's your God Israel that exited you from the land of Egypt. So the God is not happy from it, and he says to Moses that you should go back because they are doing something wrong. Interesting that the God responded after the whole thing and not like in the middle and not in the beginning. It's a little bit strange here, right? Там пустая, да, мусорница? ויאמר השם למשה, ראיתי את העם הזה, והנה עם קשה עורף הוא. So again, Hashem talks to Moses, so that I've seen these people. So they am kshei oref. Kshei oref, it means that if you ask someone to do something and he doesn't want to do it, he insists that he will not obey. ועתה אני חלי ויחר בהם, אפי בהם ואכלם, זה נבוא לתבוא כל גדש. ואכלם ועשה אותך לגוי גדול. So at first Hashem gets very angry and wants to destroy every Bnei Israel, every Jew, and make another nation from the Moses, right? ויכל משה את פני השם אלוהיו, ויאמר למה השם יחרה אפך בעמך אשר הוצאת מארץ מצרים בכוח גדול וביד חזקה. And Moses began to pray for Hashem and said, why you should be angry? It's your people that you have you took them from Egypt. it was a very big project. Yad Chazaka, it was hard to take Jews from Egypt. It was not simple. למה יאמרו מצרים לאמור ברעה אותם להרוג אותם בערים ולכלותם מעל פני האדמה שוב מכון הפך ונחים לרעה לעמך. Why the Egypts would say that the God take Jews from Egypt just to kill them in the mountains. That's bad reputation for God. You should reconsider your angriness. You should not do bad for your people. Zechor, you should remember Abraham, Yitzchak, and Israel, Avodech, your servants, Asher nishbata lehem, you swore to them, and you said that their children will be like the stars in the sky. They will have a lot of children. And also the sons of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Israel and Yaakov, they should have the land. So if you will kill every Jew, so you will not do what you promised, right? So it's bad. Very short conversation, and Hashem changed his mind about the bad, what he said to do to his people. We can see here the model of how we can build our relation with God, right? It's like a dialogue. It's not like God tells something to do and you should just be silent and do it. It's like a conversation. You need to understand what's the concept, and also you can like improvise a bit, maybe to suggest something from your own. That's what we can see from it. וירד משה מן ההר ושני לוחות העדות בידו. So the Moses turned out and he leaves this mountain with 2 tablets in his hand, one hand, 2 stone tablets. It's very hard, heavy. לוחות כתובים משני עבריהם. So the stone tablets was written from 2 directions, like the page, 1 and 2, right? מזה ומזה הם כתובים. והלוחות מעשה אלוהים הם. So the stone tablets, God made them. המכתב אלוהים הוא חרוט על הלוחות. And also what is written by God. חרוט, it means it's the old way of writing things. They didn't have the ink. They didn't write with the pen or with the pencil. It was clay. They will usually take some, like the tablet from the clay and write with something sharp on it. That was the technology. And when they do it, that's what I heard, they will hold the instrument with the left hand and they will do like this, because it will get in. So we need our right arm to make a strong push, right? So that's I heard an explanation why in Hebrew it goes from right to left, right? Because it's how it's very hard, right? The technical explanation. וישמע יהושע את כל העם ברעהו ויאמר אל משה כל מלחמה במחנה. Now Yeshua appears. We remember that Moses and Yeshua was like in the middle, not in the ground and not on the top of the mountain, like in the middle on the mountain. So he hears the Ha'am, so Bnei Israel, so they make noise. So he says to Moses, Kol milchama b'machane. So he thinks that there is a war, because when there is a war, it's a big noise. ויאמר, אין קול ענות גבורה ואין קול ענות חלושה, קול ענות אנוכי שמע. And Moses responded like a wise man. because usually at the times of war, someone that is strong, he make a lot of noise in order to win the battle, and someone that is weak is also makes noise because he feels pain, right? And instead, the thing is different here. Kol anot anochi shomeh. Anot is how do you say anot? Someone suffering, right? It's not like two people battling. It's one person or one group of people. They are suffering, anot. ויהי כאשר קרב אל המחנה וירא את העגל ומחלות ויחרף משה וישלח מידיו את הלוחות וישבר אותם תחת ההר. That's a famous story. So when Moses get close to this machane, when the people were, and he saw the golden calf and people dancing. So then the Moses gets angry and he throws the stone tablets and they were broke. Tachat har, near the mountain. What else he did? ויקח את העגל אשר עשו. Moses took this golden calf that they did, וישרוף באש. So he burned it with the fire. ויטחן עד אשר דק. And after it, he made it very small. ויזר על פני המים, and he threw it to the water. וישק את בני ישראל, and gives to drink to the Bnei Israel. Interesting ritual here. Egel is built from the gold, right? So he took gold and put it in fire, so it's like liquid now. After it, he makes something very small pieces. From one big piece, he made the small pieces. It looks like he put it in water, so now we have water with pieces of gold. So the Jews drink it. And then that's the end. And then Moses talks to Aaron that Aaron is wrong.
But what does it mean that they drink the water with the gold?
Very good question. And we can ask the second question. Why it's not Torah not explaining it? It's the second question. Yeah, I've seen maybe like a vodka with some silver things in it. But silver is good for disinfection, but gold is different, as far as I know.
And I thought the calf is something bad, and they drink the pieces of the calf.
Yeah, that's interesting.
For me, it doesn't make sense.
No, if the question, if the golden calf is bad, so why we need to eat it? Maybe it's like sort of punishment. It looks like punishment. We have another place, similar ritual. Naso. It's about the man and his wife. It's called sota. Maybe you heard about sota?
It's very interesting.
Oh, it's in במדבר. דבר השם למשה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ומטר להם, איש איש כי תסתה אשתו ומעלה בו מעל. So the law tells us that if the man and woman are married, so this woman, he cannot be with the other man, right? So if it happened anyway, ושכב איש אותה שכבה זרע ונעלה מן האשתה ונסתרה ונטמא ואין בא ואין לו נתפס והרבר, and the man and the husband is getting envy. He doesn't feel comfortable about it. וקינא את אשתו והיא נטמאה, או עבר עליו רוח קנאה וקינא את אשתו והיא לא נטמאה. So it can be two stories, or the husband feels that his wife betrayed him and it happened in real, or he feels it and didn't happen. So anyway, there is a ritual that he can do or he should do. והביא האיש את אשתו אל הכהן. So this husband should take his wife to Kohen. Kohen is a priest. והביא את קורבנה עליה. And the husband or the priest should bring an offering for her. עשירית היפה קמח שעורים. Offering from קמח, spelled, flour, not animal offering. לא יצוק עליה שמן. The flour, the spelled, is without the oil. ולא ייתן עליה לבנה, and also without the spices. כי מנחת קנאות הוא. מנחת זיכרון מזכרת עוון, because it's not a happy offering, it's sad offering. ויקריב אותה הכהן, and הכהן brings the woman close. ויעמדה לפני השם, and they stand in front of God. Oh, and now the water, right? ולקח הכהן מים קדושים בכלי חרס. So Kohen should took water, something קדושים, how to translate קדושים, sacred water, בכלי חרס, in the vessel of clay, ומן העפר, and he should took from the ground, from the earth, בקרקע המשכן, in the tabernacle. ייקח הכהן, he should took it and place into water, like here. He takes the gold and places into water, right? So in this case, he took not gold, he took afar, the earth. Why earth? Interesting. And places into water. And what after it? והעמיד הכהן את האישה לפני השם, ופרע את ראש האישה, ונתן לו לקפל את מדחת הזיכרון, מדחת קנאותו היא, ואת הכהן יהיו מהם הערים המעורים. And after it, the woman brings this offering from the flour. Also, there is a Kohen does something in order to. This woman should not look good, like if she has beautiful haircut, so he should like destroy the haircut.
But we can't understand it.
Why we can't understand?
How it can be.
No, if she wears something, so he should put it off, right?
Yeah.
That she will look less beautiful, right? That's the content. Because she ashamed of something, right?
Yeah.
And Kohen holds this water, Hamarim Hameorim. This mar, how do you say mar? No, bitter water.
Yeah, I mean that now we can understand that it can be in real.
What can it be?
Then wife will drink it. It's yes.
She is not drinking it yet.
Excuse me.
We're reading
yes,
step by step. So we made this special water with the earth in it, water with the ground, and the woman brings her offering. And now it's shvuah. How do you say shvuah? Swear. Oh. The woman should swear. So before the woman, the wife, drinks this water, a Kohen tells her what would happen in two scenarios, in two cases. So if the woman didn't betray her husband, so after he drinks this water, she became clean in a key. But if the woman betrays her husband, and she was with someone that not her husband, so you should be Allah, you should be cursed, or you should be decursed in your people. ותך השם את ירכך נופלת ואת בטנך צורה. So it explains that some parts of a woman is like destroyed. I don't know exactly. Her leg is false,
And now it's
and her
like horror, you know?
stomach happens. Something happens to her stomach.
like horror.
Yeah. So it looks like she dies, but not dies like someone that regular, just horrible death.
And
It's not the end. ובואו המים המרים האלה במערך לצבות ולדם על פי הערך אמרה האישה אמן. So the woman, he should agree to this contract, if this, then this, if this, and this. It's not the end. וכתב את העלות האלה בכהן בספר. So this swear and the terms of this pact, the priest writes it on sefer. What is sefer? Like today we would write it on a piece of paper. And after he will destroy the writings and put it on this water, right? So in this water, it's not only earth, but also the writing that he wrote. So if we consider that they were writing on the clay tablets, so when he destroys is clay. So clay and earth is basically the same, right? So this water with earth and clay. וישקע את האישה את מי המרים המררים, בא המים המררים למרים. So she gives this woman to drink, and he takes the offering from her, and this is the ritual about the offering, that Cohen took something from offering and put it into fire on the altar, and after it he should give the woman this water to drink. וישקע את המים, and the Torah repeats. So after she drinks water, so if she betrayed, so she, it doesn't say the death, so she became the curse in her people, and if not, so she is clean. ונקטע ונזרע זרע. So she will give life to another children. So that's another case from this similar ritual, right? Interesting. So maybe here is the same logic. So maybe this someone that was guilty in this making of the golden cup, they would die from it. I don't know. And someone that is not guilty will be clean. We can't learn everything today, but we will see later that they were dying, right? ויגוף השם את העם אשר הרסו את העגל אשר עשה אהרון. There was a negify, like epidemic. There was an epidemic and people were dying. I'm searching for the numbers. It said the numbers as far as I remember. А было число умерших? Не помнишь?
Когда?
При Золотом Тельце.
Что, Игорь, когда показываешь, интересно? Он ушел.
Чтобы закончить?
Может быть, вопросы, обсуждения.
So you can ask something about what you learned, I don't know.
What do you feel about it? Yeah.
So the interesting thing is that Aaron is not looks like he was guilty about this, what he's done. It's like he was forced to do it, maybe. That's what's interesting. We need to think about it. I don't have the answer currently. Maybe tomorrow I will have.
Yeah. Yes, yesterday we had
Я принесу афишу.
and share about the Jewish background. Maybe here you also can tell for us. It just, I was born in some family and I'm here because something like this. And about Jewish culture in your life, lessons, teachers, or no, it's the first day when I hear something like Parashat Ki Tisa. Yes. No, just it's about for we can more understand and feel you, and that's important.
Девочка.
Yes, I'm very interested, and my family are Christians, evangelisch, and
Can you repeat?
evangelisch is not Catholic, but evangelisch.
Евангелисты.
My brother also. Okay, and my mom is very engagiert in the word engagiert. Very active in the Gemeinde, community, yes. What she tell us from when I grew up, she came to synagogue. So we meet people I lived in Würzburg. I was born there.
What town?
Würzburg.
Würzburg.
And when I grew up, I knew people from the community there, and a good friend of my father is there too, and he tells us something, and we are very solidarity with the community. It's okay.
I will ask again.
Yeah.
One thing to think is you was born in
Würzburg, yes, and grew up there.
Yes, and your mom worked in Christian line.
Yes.
And then she it's about Jewish gemeinde too. That you can
we have friends there. We have friends there. Yes,
Yes.
we have friends there, and we are very
in Würzburg.
in Würzburg. Yes, we have friends
Understand.
there in Würzburg, and yes, I was Veranstaltungen, events there, and yes.
Yeah. And it was how many years or in this year?
The last time on 2020, before the pandemic started, I was the last time there in Würzburg in the community. Yeah.
And now you're here. You live.
Yes, I lived here since 2023. Yes, last year we moved here. Yeah.
And you live with your it's not how it's called. You moved with your mom, or you just together?
Yes.
And you're also from Würzburg?
No, I lived there for a year.
And here in education, or just moved with?
I study here.
You study.
Yes, and I work in a medical practice.
Oh, it's very interesting, and
Like
what
the
you
doctor?
learn there.
Sorry?
You're the doctor?
No, I'm the assistant for the
Assistant.
doctor. Yeah.
What's the doctor?
Sorry?
What's the doctor? You Doctor of what specialty?
Orthopedic, chirurgy,
Orthopedic,
big center, medical center. So with operation, we are doing it and X-ray.
It's not one.
There are many doctors in one space. It's like a
medical center, right?
yeah.
Would you learn your profession specialty?
Learning law.
Law. It's with how your
Юрист.
women also lawyers. With как кулари говорят.
Наоми?
Naomi, yeah. You with together?
No. She's a bit under my. She's in the first semester.
Younger.
And you?
I'm in the first semester now.
How?
Она на первом семестре, а он на третьем. Или на четвертом. Она хочет, наверное, вылазить, бегать.
Thank you.
The lesson yesterday was really interesting for me.
Yes.
With my profession.
Judges, about the judges.
It's about the judges.
It's it.
So today is more like story, less.
Yeah.
It's also interesting.
Very interesting.
Она хочет
встать.
бегать хочет.
Бегать. Хочешь ли гуси говорить?
You know, there's a concert at Sunday, right?
On Monday.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
16:00.
16:00. It's 4 p.m. It's very soon. Not in the evening. Yeah. Thank you for watching and for your attention. Bye bye.